Jesus.
Because now we're, this isn't what I signed up for.
It is not what you signed up for. A funeral pyre, the body of a small child.
Psycho hikers.
Hikers who've disappeared. Strange smoke in the woods. Hallucinations. Starting to get pretty weird.
And I am going to say I would like to try to track their footprints, see where... Because I have a hunch that I don't actually want to voice because I don't want to sound crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Tracking is a survival skill.
So that would be your repertoire more than mine, right?
I don't know who has survival. Anybody who has survival can make the call.
I have scrounge and investigation.
Yeah. Investigation in this particular instance is a good...
Not really.
Yeah, the crime scene you can do pretty good. So you might be able to see like...
Unless they're super evident, like wet soil, then...
Yeah, I'll let you make an investigation check, but it's only going to be for the crime scene, so you can make one more check if you'd like.
And you have...
Survival?
Survival, right? Wow.
Well, yeah,
Rangers who have no survival.
These are Rangers, in the...
I changed mine. Eventually, I had first.
Have you used the skill that you want to switch out? You could. If you haven't used the skill and you want to switch it out, you could. Up to you.
Well, I put fight in there instead of survival, and I don't know that I really ever...
Oh, you never know.
Well, all right.
Exactly. Okay, plus 4?
I have 4 on my investigation, yeah.
Okay, so you have 4 on your investigation. Yes, as you're looking around, you definitely see footprints. The hikers came through here, and they go right up to the edge of the area where the fire was, they turned into hoof prints.
I'm like, fuck, that's exactly... Do I have a camera?
Yeah, sure. Your phone? Is that
yeah, I'm just going to snap a few...
Sure.
Just
not that your phone is useful out here, but...
No, just as a camera aspect.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm going to call JC over, and I'm like, I didn't want to say this out loud, but I'm going to say it now. These footprints turn into hoof prints, and I saw 2 deer that aren't supposed to be here.
I see that, Robert. And as horror movie cliche as this is, here's what I think should happen. You
split up.
Investigate the hoof prints with Thomas, because I'm sure he brought his fucking gun that he wasn't supposed to bring. I'm just assuming based on my detective skills that you brought that shit, didn't you, Tom? Never mind. You don't have to answer that.
I'm not even by you. You're for the.
No, we're all down here now.
We're all down.
We're all down here.
I'm sitting down in the fire because
I don't see any.
You're sitting in the fire?
No, I'm by the fire because I just saw the burned body of a.
By this point we had all been down there because he called us down and.
Oh, I didn't come though.
Yes, you were the first one down there.
No, because you're farther. You went and found the hoof prints.
You were first, and then he was first, then you were.
I'm sorry, the hoof prints aren't for the trail. He didn't walk down the trail like 10, 15 feet.
No, the space is maybe 10 to 20 feet around.
Okay,
it's one zone. You're all
okay. I thought he walked a little bit off. Like a distance of from here to the other side of the building.
You could hear the conversation, but not. I mean, it's not. Yeah. Anyways.
So anyway, it's very important that we follow that up and see what's going on. But I've known Alan for years. If they are out there, they don't know what's going on. We don't even know exactly what's going on. But I have to get out there to his cabin and warn them, because if it's just him and his wife or their young child, if they have a child, I don't even know. I haven't seen him in years, so. Their cabin has to be investigated. We have to warn them if we can. But this also has to be investigated.
You said we could do an investigation to see if where we're like the smoke we were coming from and versus where.
You don't know where the smoke came from, but I mean this is a huge fire, and you guys were probably last night. You were upwind of it, so you definitely. I mean.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay.
So
this fire is most likely the fire.
Absolutely. I mean there was. If there's another large fire like this somewhere else in the park in this near vicinity, things have gotten really, really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, because we haven't crossed on that road yet. I think we should... So are you suggesting we split up or come back and investigate this later? Because I'm still with the buddy system.
Well,
and you're my buddy.
Yeah. And if I have to bring out handcuffs, so be it.
And then I said, the hell I'm going off alone.
We're
We
Thomas.
need to get back to the
Thomas.
station.
We are not leaving you alone. But
You'll have your shot.
I suspect you have your weapon of unknown origin and type.
I look at
But-
him and wink. That wink.
If it's a mystical deer, maybe your fucking unknown gun will actually be able to help with that shit. That's what I'm thinking. Whereas I know Alan, I know their family, I know where the cabin is. I can get there quickly, much more quickly on my own than I can with you. No offense to you, Thomas, but I can get there quick. You two can investigate at Old Man Pace deer tracks.
Splitting the party in a survival horror game.
Yeah, balls.
Someone's gonna end up dead. So someone's got a curfew to meet.
He's like, oh shit, gotta go, guys. I'm like,
Sorry, the GM should not be speaking.
I mean, you said what exactly what I was saying.
I should not be talking.
I'm like, are you sure that's a good idea to split up?
Yeah, I say, I don't know about this, JC. This is some weird stuff. This is.
I think I'm gonna go.
We gotta get some
Alright,
help.
then let's all go to Alan's cabin.
Agreed.
How
And
about that?
we'll come back here to investigate. And we should tell the sheriff to come out here and investigate.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
I'll
As
snap
soon
a
as,
few
as, soon
photos
as
of
we as soon as we get back to the truck, we'll
Yeah, can we reach him on the truck?
not
Radio?
but maybe the radio on the truck, yes.
That's a good question, Thomas. You guys go back up to the truck?
And I'm gonna snap a few photos of
All
the
of you are
bones.
down in this pit, and the truck is all the way back up there on the road. Just thought I'd point that out.
Yeah. I get a bad feeling about this. I'd be like, did you take the keys out by chance?
And you haven't tracked down where those hikers may have taken off to.
Right.
Just saying.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. All right. I'm heading towards the truck.
You guys are going to the truck?
After I snap a few photos of the bones and I don't know.
Click, 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 click. You get back up the truck and you're walking up the hill and you're like, man, I really hope the truck's still there.
Yeah.
And the truck is magically still there.
You dick.
Fuck.
The truck did not get taken away. That would be-
I'm
that would
gonna.
be
Can I do an investigation? See if there's anything weird about the truck.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can investigate. Just look around the truck.
Feeling a little paranoid, guys.
Pull out a little pocket mirror. Look
Yeah,
any-
exactly.
Any car codes in this thing.
Fuck.
I'm like, this thing's a stud detector.
The truck.
Oh,
I should have been a more crippled old man and had a service dog.
Oh, that'd have been.
While he's investigating the truck, I'm
I
gonna grab the
know.
radio and be like, Sheriff, this is Ranger Smith. Are you there? Copy. Sheriff, are you there? This is Ranger Smith. Copy. Dispatch, this is Ranger Smith. Copy. Dispatch, this is Ranger Smith. Copy.
awesome. You managed to get a busy signal on a radio.
You recognize it as an error code.
This
You
we're
got-
not able to get a signal out from this current position.
Anybody have crafts as a skill that could possibly look at a broken piece of technology?
I do. Is that part of my investigation,
Me
or is
too.
that
No,
before we-
investigation is investigation. This would be a craft skill if you want to look at the broken radio.
I do have crap.
Craft
I
is
do have
number
crafts.
1.
Yeah.
You're fucking +3. What are you doing, Thomas? Be a
He's
part of
looking
the
for-
fucking team.
He's looking first.
Okay.
I'm getting my gun.
Okay. You
I
make
only got a +1.
Yeah. Oh, shit's broke.
Look, it's broken.
It's not working. Shit's broke. That's what you know.
It's like, God damn it, Robert, let me look at
I
that.
figured it out. It does not work.
The truck's fine. I mean, it looks.
But is the radio
it actually is
obviously
cleaner than you thought it was. It was like impressive. You look underneath, there's hardly any rust. It's a good
right?
piece
I'm
of
like,
machinery.
that rust coat we paid for really paid off.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
Uh,
You gonna make a crafts check?
yeah, I say, God damn it, Robert, you youngins don't know anything.
Oh,
Love
good
it.
job, Thomas. Way to fucking go.
Zero.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, good job. You don't know anything.
Yeah, I confirm it. I'm like, oh, looks like you're right, Robert. I'm sorry.
And then he looks up and says, shit's broke.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Shit's broke, dude.
Did you fix the ether box, Thomas?
Yeah, the radio. You can pay a fate point if you wanted to try it again.
Nah, I think that's more interesting.
Do I see anything obviously wrong with it?
No, you don't.
Nothing wrong with the connection to the antenna or anything like that.
No.
We still have an
You could
antenna?
make a general radio check. I mean, you've already looked to see if the thing was broken. You guys...
I scored a +1, but it's not like genius level there, so...
No, you do know that the radios, this is common knowledge, that they are using the fire station as like a transfer. So it could be a possibility that this radio's not wrong, that something's wrong with the antenna back at the station, but there's no way to confirm that.
Awesome. So
I say we should go back to the station and radio.
We need to continue to the Shader's cabin. If they're there, we need to warn them.
how far back is the...
You are 2/3 of the way to Alan's house.
Okay, and then I say, can we drive all the way there? Those kids are still out there in the woods.
I mean, the station's locked up. The fire station's locked up. I mean, people know where Bunker Hill's at. There's no doubt about it if they're common knowledge about the location. But it's not like a secure lockdown or anything. So what do you guys do?
To the Shaders.
To the Shaders. He's driving. Are you guys going with, or what? What's happening?
Yeah,
I'm going with them. Yeah, no.
You're gonna walk.
I'm not gonna walk.
He's like, I'm walking back to the cabin. Fuck this. Okay, cool. You start pulling up to Alan's little cabin, and it's a very cute little space. It's just a tiny little one-room cabin, 2 rooms, and there's a little outhouse that's out back. He does have a well, but he pumps it and brings the water up inside. Doesn't have a pump or anything there. And he's out front, and he's chopping wood. And as you guys are driving up, you just see kind of like the shine of his axe. It's like for whatever reason, it's very pronounced. And for you, you see this axe, and with every swing as he comes up, it looks like the sun. It's just shining out. I mean, it's so blinding. It takes you off the road. You have to slow down the car a little bit to get through it. Like, it's really hurting your eyes. Anyways, as you're...
I was afraid you were going to say I crashed the truck into a tree.
No, I'm not, I'd have to make you roll for that. No, you're safe as you guys get up there, and he has his little truck that's, that he's pulled up there with. You don't see his wife or anything. As you guys pull up, he kind of stops and walks over to the truck. What do you say?
Do I notice him doing this weird reaction? Is he like this?
No, you don't notice anything out of
Okay.
the ordinary. He's drunk half the time too, so
Yeah, I know.
it could be just he's driving like shit because he's an alcoholic. I think it's funny that the alcoholic's driving the car. I'm gonna point that out. Anyway,
I'm not gonna let the old man
Hey.
drive the truck.
I've been drinking and driving for 30
got the
years, so I've got
experience.
that shit down. I've been a ranger for almost 28, so fucking my driving while drunk skills are better than my ranger skills. How about that?
I'm thinking that. I was thinking, man, do I give him a fate point for acting within his character, driving drunk? I don't know. Okay, so you guys, he comes up to the car and says, "Hey, Rangers, well, what's going on?" He just wipes off his brow. He's a young guy, 29, somewhere between 29 and 35.
Hey, Alan, I just wanted to, we got word that you were coming out here with your courtesy call, and there's been a lot of strange events occurring. Have you folks seen anything? We just want to make sure you're safe. Is your wife here? Is everyone accounted for in your party?
Yeah, it was a great ride. Everything's been safe. I mean, you don't normally get a courtesy call from the ranger. Usually it's been a few weeks before somebody stops by. But yeah, everything's been great. The ride up here was good, and I don't have any complaints. I mean, do you guys want to come in?
Who all's here with you?
Yes.
Who all's here with you?
This is my wife and our newborn son. We brought him up. I know it's kind of early to bring him up, but it's a family tradition, and the doctor said it was okay. There's some other stuff going on too, but I think it's good for him to be up here with us.
Well, we'd love to come in and say hello to your wife and meet the boy.
Oh yeah, I forgot to. It's funny you guys showed up because there was a woman who just came by. Excuse me, she's with my wife right now. They're inside making some tea and coffee. So yeah, why don't we just go and chat? She said that she's the new owner of the retreat. You know the retreat. You've heard that of the retreat before. So before, when I stated there was only one family-owned cabin, that was, but there was a business owner in town who owned another piece of property called the retreat. And make me a lore check.
All of us?
Or everyone?
All of you.
Okay.
+2.
Plus 2.
Is this
+2.
This is local.
Local? Okay, so then I have, well, I can't add right now. 3.
What's your lore at?
It's at +2, but I rolled -1. So I
you
would have
got
got,
one,
I had,
get your 2 for
yeah,
local
it's
knowledge.
4 minus 1 is what I got, so 3.
And what'd you get,
That's-
Robert?
+2.
Which,
Okay.
you know, I'm kind of, maybe I'm not thinking straight.
No. You remember this term, the retreat. Paulo used that to describe the little church that he built on the hill where he was found hung in his well. The retreat. You remember reading that in your book. That's how he referenced it. Retreat in Christ, and then it was called the retreat for short. It laid fallow for many, many years. It was bought by a wealthy landowner. You know the retreat because it's the McAllisters who owned it, and the McAllisters are not. There's the one. He has no sons. The last heir has no sons, and he's an older gentleman. You haven't, heard or anything about him since, but he's kind of, local people. So, but yeah, she said, she's the new owner of the retreat. It's just on the other side of the ridge, just past looking over Devil's Hole, reservoir. It's the only other space out there.
New owner. I didn't realize that it had changed hands from the McAllisters.
I was surprised to me too. I mean, she came up here and was stating that, and I hadn't heard anything about it. So, but yeah, I mean, she's making some tea up with my wife, and you guys are more than welcome to come in. Please let us know what's going on.
Yeah, we'd love to step inside and maybe have a private word here in a moment.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll just go inside and let her know. I'll see you guys in a second. He starts taking off unless you stop him.
Hey, Alan, maybe it's better if we all go in together.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever you guys say.
Buddy system. No.
Hey, you're with Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
Yeah, and I whisper to you because I'm in the middle, and you're to my right. And I said, "Are you gonna tell him about the crazies we saw?"
Give it time. He might have his own crazies.
Oh, I've been settled now.
Now?
Okay, so
Well, even more so.
he goes up there and he just knocks on the screen door just as a courtesy and walks in. Hey, Cecilia. This is his wife's name. The Rangers stopped by and they just wanted to let us know what was going on. I thought I'd bring them in and introduce her to your new friend. Her new friend walks around the corner, and it's this woman, and she's dressed very in like this black outfit, but it's kind of a form-fitting. Her hair's tied back in a bow. She's older, but she kind of has this stare that looks through you. She's very composed and elegant, and speaks very well. And she says her name is Nadia, and that she's the new owner of the retreat, and she just wanted to meet the other tenants out here in the wilderness. So she had heard through one of her good associates that Cecilia was very into her teachings and her writings, and so she had come to sign her book and to talk with her a little bit about some of her teachings and writings.
Hello, Nadia. I'm Agent or Ranger Smith, and when did you purchase the retreat from the McAllisters? I didn't realize that had changed hands.
Oh yes, it's very tragic. It was actually a will to me. Me and Mr. McAllister were very, very close in the end.
Were you his mistress?
Well, that's a bit private. She kind of laughs a little bit. Cecilia is walking around. Cecilia looks very sullen. And kind of like her eyes are dark and she hasn't slept in a while. She doesn't seem to be talking very much either. She motions to Cecilia and she says, "Oh dear, please, 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 put this in here. It's an herbal. It'll help out your breast milk production and it'll help you with the baby." And she gives her some tea.
And now you'll have to forgive my ignorance, but I'm not aware of your teachings. Could you elaborate on?
Oh, yes,
that?
absolutely. I've become kind of a local celebrity around Lake Tahoe. I've written a book. It's called The Secret Within, and it's all about female empowerment and regaining your inner strength as a woman.
By whittling an old rich man?
Make me a intimidation check. She's gonna beat the shit out of you.
And then her head erupts into snakes and devours you.
+2. +2, unless I can convince you that
Maybe
fight
she's
comes into that
maybe
somewhere,
she's
some way.
Yeah, fight does
Oregon.
not come into that somewhere. I'm sorry. +2, you said?
Yeah.
She doesn't move or flinch or anything. She looks at you very coldly, and as you say that, she says, "Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know that I offended you so much, but my personal doings aren't the matter of any law enforcement agency, and a woman in love is something that is none of your concern. I think it's actually quite rude and quite callous of you. I'm surprised they allow you to still work for the service. I want you to write down on your mental consequences. I want you to write down an aspect under there that says publicly shamed." Cecilia jumps in and says,
You've been told.
publicly shamed. It'll last. It'll last for the scene.
I have to write it too?
No.
Just
him.
Okay.
She said to you. She says, please, let's talk about something more enjoyable. Yes, over a glass of tea, maybe. She says, please, officer, why don't you have a sip with me? Let's let all of this go to the wayside and when.
Nadia, I apologize. Cecilia, thank you for welcoming into your home. I'm a little on edge. We are not here for a social call. There have been a lot of strange and disturbing happenings recently, and we are most concerned for your safety and your family's safety. And when I arrive here, and there's a strange woman I've never heard of, who's acquired a property that I didn't know had even changed hands, it kind of gets my goats. So again, I apologize, but your safety is my main concern.
Oh, I can assure you, officer, we're all quite safe here. Everyone has been quite lovely since I've arrived, and I think a spot of tea might help your nerves.
No, Nadia. Thank you very much. But I think the best for all concerned is to get the hell out of Dodge. You don't know what I know. I'm not at liberty to tell you what I know, but you all need to go.
So Alan's walking around the table, and he grabbed a cup of tea and is drinking it. Cecilia's drinking it, Nadia's drinking it. Do you guys have any tea?
I'm going to ask Alan. I'm like, Alan, do you find that helps improve your breast milk flow? Just to try to cut the tension.
Yeah. That's good. What was that aspect you had about being a smart ass?
Smart ass is a religion.
Well, I would.
That's a good one. He goes. He's like, are you married, Robert? Yes, you're. He kind of coughs a little bit. He says, "Are you married?"
Oh, not yet.
Okay. Well, one day you'll understand. And he keeps drinking the tea and just walks around the table.
I get up and I was like, well, this is all nice, but where's that little guy at? Where's the little fella at?
Perfect. As you. Yeah.
Also, I'd like to do like a notice check or investigation on the tea.
Sure. You don't get a good look at
Smell or anything like that.
it. Make me an investigation check. So you asked for a cup.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for a cup, but I'm not gonna drink anything. I'm just gonna be like, oh.
Sure.
Alright, here we go. That's 3.
It smells like some herbal hippie Nevada County shit.
Patchouli and water.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have an off odor to you in any way, shape, or form. It just smells like tea.
Alright.
I want to see the kid because I'm an old man.
Yeah,
Old
absolutely.
people like babies.
Alan's like, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, please.
Where are my manners? I forgot. I would love to meet the new
Sure, yeah. No, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I'll show you. He walks in there, and actually, as you say that, the babies are crying. So he walks into the room and says, "Oh, it's okay, buddy," and he picks him up and is holding on to him and says, "Yeah, hi. Say hi." everybody and says, "Hi." His name is, sorry, give me 1 second.
Fanuc.
No, I had it written down, but. Oh, right. His name is Jeremiah. His name's Jeremiah, the little boy. And he's just a little guy. He can barely, he's grabbing onto his finger and playing around. He can barely, make eye contact. He's bubbling his mouth and vomiting and just being a baby, But Alan's very proud. You can tell. And he sets him down, and Cecilia comes in, and Cecilia says, "You're holding him wrong. Stop. You're being too rough with him." She comes in and grabs Alan away, and you can see Alan kind of has some frustration and just backs away. Says, "It's okay. Okay, yeah, take him. That's fine, honey. Don't worry about it. I'll finish doing what I was doing out there." He seems a little bit frustrated, but you guys don't read into that too much. As she puts the baby back down and is filling up a bottle with him, Nadia walks over to the baby, and she kind of has her hand on her hip, and she has her one finger. She has these really long fingernails.
Cocaine fingers.
Yeah, no. They're long. They're maybe, I don't know, ½ inch long, and they're black. And she just she touches the baby's cheek with the fingernail like this, and the baby kind of cries a little bit. And Cecilia says, "Oh my gosh, he's just been so grumpy, and I don't know what to do with him." She says, Don't worry, it'll be fine. Just remember, it's all in the book. All the teachings that we talk about are in there, and you'll find inner solace if you just read in the pages. Trust me, it'll be okay." She keeps touching the baby and says, just drink. Just drink.
Cecilia, I'm sorry. I know I'm an old grumpy drunk, but I've been known to have a way with babies. Would you mind if I hold your son, Jeremiah?
But as she say that, Cecilia looks at you, and then she looks at Nadia. Nadia is between you and the bassinet, the baby. And Nadia says, "Well, passing the baby around to strangers can really lead to extra stress in his life. I don't think that's a smart idea, Cecilia." Cecilia shakes her head and says, "Yeah." I walked outside and said, "Officers, if you need anything, I'll be out here. Just getting wood ready for the stove."
You have any?
Cecilia, can I? Do you mind if I have a drink of your tea there?
Oh yeah.
No,
sure.
I mean your cup.
Oh. Okay. She hands you her cup of tea.
I forgot. I only drink booze.
You toss it out. You're gonna take another social consequence.
I'm also
because you've been publicly shamed. Is that what you have on there?
Yeah.
So I want you to mark as you mark off there, Cecilia. I want you to put on their unwelcome guest. And Cecilia says, "Excuse me, officer, but that's quite enough. And unless there's some sort of crime or something, I need you to leave my house immediately." And Nadia looks at her and says, "Absolutely. I think your stay has been quite overwhelmed. Well, thank you very much, but I think it's time for you to go." Now you have to make a decision. What are you guys doing? You're just this old man's looking at the baby?
Yeah, apparently not. I don't
Just do it.
touch the baby.
I'd be like, "Nadia, do you how many children do you have of your own?
Oh,
You're so good with the little ones."
probably I've had hundreds of children in my life. Aren't they just delicious little things?
No, I don't know even begin. What the fuck kind of role do I do for that?
You asked her a question, she
Nothing,
just gave you an answer.
You can reply to her.
It's a very strange appetite.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you miss? I don't eat children.
Oh, no, that's good, because that was weird. And I play it off because I'll say that shit.
Well, but anyways, I do think it's time for you to go. Cecilia is quite distraught, and I can understand. The officer, your colleague has been very rude.
Yeah, he's like that. I think there's... anyway, he's retiring soon, doesn't matter. But...
Oh, I understand that. Yes, I understand.
In all honesty, there have been some very serious crimes. There have been a couple deaths.
Thank you very much, officer, for your concern. I appreciate it, please, but I think it's time for you to go.
I didn't even finish yet.
Cecilia's like, get out. Just get out. I understand. We don't. It's not safe for us. Just leave, please.
Yeah, and I say, guys, come on. We gotta go.
Ladies.
And then I walk out.
Nadia, I appreciate you think you understand the situation, but it is not clear, and these folks are not safe. They need to get away from this area as quickly as possible.
You hear Cecilia just go, ah! And she screams and she hits her hands out on the table and she grabs the teapot that she has and splashes it in your face. You can make a dodge roll if you'd like.
You're gonna be fucking burned, dude.
So this is,
And
we talked about
shamed.
social combat that's gone on there, right? These
Now it's a
aspects
real
have
combat.
created, she's obviously made an unwelcome space for him. And you guys as well.
I'm out of the. Well, we were in
You left. You're leaving.
Yeah,
So you're
I
going out
was
the
gonna-
front door.
Yeah, I was gonna go outside where Alan was.
Well, I do know how to take a punch.
You do.
Do you know how to take burning water to your face?
It's in a tea. It's not on the stove. It was in the what's in the tea
Oh,
kettle.
I see.
So it's
like
still
when they
warm.
serve you the warm
Yeah, but
water.
it's,
I
it's
got
maybe
you.
lukewarm.
Okay.
Or, slightly over.
You mind bumping up the thing a little bit more? This place gets a.
I would think with all this man meat in here, it'd be fine.
But,
Well,
and yet,
the temperature's dropping.
Yeah.
though.
And yet, you guys are not doing your job.
The man
Come on.
meat.
my man meat is. Oh wait, what are we talking about? What's it?
Yeah, let's not say man meat.
Man meat.
It's fine. It's being
So
recorded.
what am I rolling for? I'm just rolling a dodge.
Dodge, yeah.
Do you have a resist hot load skill?
Resist hot loads.
Yes.
What is this in the
Apparently not.
skill?
Apparently not, because I got a -2.
Okay, you.
That's my-
Oh, you got -2. Your mouth was open actually. So not only do you get the screaming hot tea in the vent, but you actually get some in your mouth, and it goes up your nose, and you start going hazy again, and all you can see is this you see him start to stumble, and like he has to catch himself on the floor. He almost falls completely.
Can I?
Yeah, you can try and support him. He says, "Oh, officer, Cecilia, excuse me, says, it's time for you to leave. Get out of my house." Nadia says, calm down. They will leave. And she has her back towards you. So he's on the floor kind of like this, and you're holding him up. And then Nadia's Cecilia and Nadia are together between the baby. And she says, don't worry, they'll leave. And Nadia whips around and does this. At you. So you need to make
Can
a
I-
dodge as well.
Jesus Christ.
Can I? And this is a new scene, right? So I could do my rage strength
Yeah.
stunt and
You could.
fucking charge
Three?
Nadia.
Okay, 1 second.
Would you do that though?
Fucking
How
crazy
drunk are
witch
you?
bitch.
And does that pair with any other?
Yes.
That's
so
true,
you need to-
because you're
I don't
Your
trust
dude's-
this bitch at
So
all.
Well,
you
no,
get-
your dude's kind of on
you get
edge
hit
though.
you get hit with dust in the face, full bore.
Even with a 3?
She
Seriously?
got a 6.
Bitch.
She's
Yes.
sorry.
He has magic.
There's no way to dodge that, in other words.
There is, but not with your part. Not with just that. You'd have to use bonuses to get away with it. So that's where fate points come in. Saying, "Hey, can I use this to bump up my thing?" You wouldn't know that, so usually what I say is that you fail. You could say, "Well, knowing that." In this case, you wouldn't know that it's necessarily a 6, but you could try and beat a 6 if you wanted to.
But I have to. Well, fate point does what? In this?
+2, you can add a +2 stagnant to a roll. You'd have to invoke certain aspects. So in this case, you're dodging. Let's see what aspects you might be able to use under dodge. What aspects do you have? Big and strong you could use for dodge. Champion of what? Babies? I don't know. But humanity you could maybe use for dodge. Detective aspect you might be able to use for dodge. Abandoned none you might be able to use for dodge. So like all of those you could invoke theoretically, and that would give you a +8. But that's 4 fate points.
Oh fuck! I have to use 4 fate points for
Yeah,
that.
1 for each aspect. So you get hit by magical fairy dust in the face and breathe it in. As as Cecilia says, she starts screaming and says, "I can't stand this anymore. They continue to oppress me, and I'm so frustrated." As she attempts to grab the baby, Nadia, you see this as a kind of this black smoke. You don't even see Nadia. You see like 2 arms come out and a snake come out of the arms and wraps around the bassinet of the baby, and it bites the baby right on the face like this. As Nadia and Cecilia walk out,
Do I see this too?
Oh yeah, you see this. And Nadia, but you see it as, again, this black smoke, this entity who kind of scoops up Cecilia, and they blow out the back window. They like go through the kitchen window, this black smoke. It's like a cloud, almost picks Cecilia up and takes her out. You hear Alan screams, "What's going on in there?" As he runs inside, axe in hand. He runs into you. You're on the deck and you hear all the glass shattering. As you see that, okay, we're going to start combat. But as you see that the snake kind of coils around the bassinet, and the snake now slithers out into the front of the door, and the door, as you and Alan come running up to it, shuts behind it like solid, and it's a solid wood door.
The snake looks smoky.
The snake doesn't. All you see is what looks like a rattlesnake to you, a normal, a big rattlesnake, but a normal size.
Like it.
And it's coiled up around the front of the door, so you're on the outside, right?
Okay.
On the porch with Alan, and the other guys are inside. As you see the baby starts to shake and do this, and then its head tilts back in the bassinet and starts to melt off and falls down to the ground and rolls out, and spider legs creep out of it, and it pops up with two eyeballs like this as the mouth opens up, this kind of black ichor, and it looks something like this. If you guys have seen this before, this is directly from something that I love. So I'm
Gunslinger?
No. That's what it looks like, except it's a baby's head. Starts crawling
I want
around.
to see the picture.
He's so cute.
Starts crawling around on the floor.
Yeah.
So now the snake is between the
That's
door.
terrifying.
You guys are inside. This little spider head.
So
And then the corpse of the baby pops up
Ugh.
afterwards, and this has a head on it, but it doesn't have a head. It's just a maw where the head used to be, and these biting kind of teeth and these tentacles that are coming out of its back. As the baby's body, like
A little Dead Space action
yeah,
there.
exactly, jumps out of the bassinet and starts crawling around on its own and has you guys pinned. So there's a snake, you guys, spider baby head, spider baby body.
So she left too quick to do anything to her then.
Correct. She blew out the back window. She's gone.
Bitch.
Yeah, she's
I told you to shoot her. I'm actually going to say that.
Did you?
I
He
did. I whispered
he did.
to shoot her.
Yeah, and I'm outside I'm outside with Alan going, oh Jesus, oh Jesus.
You have
Yeah.
an ugly child, Alan.
All you see is the snake in there, and you
Well, we heard an explosion.
You
We
hear
heard
the
the
glass blew out, yeah.
screaming. Did
So
we
Alan-
hear any transformative strange sounds?
No.
Like nothing like.
You can
know.
look through the window of the cabin if you'd like, and see what you see inside. The door is solid, so you can't actually.
Oh
look through it.
no, I don't think I would do that.
Okay.
Because we would be. Are we in combat right now?
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
for
because
reminding
I
me.
was gonna say if we're at the door, I saw the snake. The door's shut now.
Okay.
So
I'll
do
have
you-
to determine what I'm gonna do.
Let me grab these. Thank you for reminding me. We are in
'Cause
combat.
I'm running to get my shot.
Did not to rewrite this, but how do I invoke this stuff?
Well, you let me know what you're doing, so you can stop at any point. You can tell me, wait, I want to do this, unless it's a story element. So, like for instance, we were in a social combat that was going on.
Right.
If you wanted to do something in between that social combat before it got to the level where basically it degraded, the whole scene degraded down, Cecilia ended up taking.
Well,
it
that's like
and
I tried to do my rage charge to
Correct.
her, but at that point it would have
It was
meant
already
nothing because it was already past that point.
Correct. The social combat had ended, and so we now move into regular combat. And because of the end of the social combat, they get advantage. And as you're aware, Nadia is obviously not completely human, or at least partly she is. So.
So what would if I had thought about it?
Yeah.
With a never caught off guard, would that have helped me?
Yeah, we talked about this as a stunt. Remind me what we decided that never caught off guard looked like for you. I mean that you could never get the jump on you.
Right.
Right
Is that-
from stealth.
Okay. That was
So-
what I was it
yeah,
for
sure.
sneaking up kind of thing?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Right. So like if she had been like sneaking around the cabin and she jumped you,
Right.
or like in combat if she had jumped you, but this was from a social. She had gotten the advantage from his aspects basically. He had two open aspects that she touched on, because when you get a consequence, basically they act just like when you had those free invokes with your craft stunt. She gets the free invoke them, so she hit both of them at the same time. She got +4 on that roll. That's why she got a 6, and you couldn't dodge it.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, I mean this is
No,
the game.
because
This
your
is the
guy's
game.
awesome.
This is the game.
Because you're like,
I
fuck
was
you,
like-
bitch.
Trying to get the
Okay.
goddamn tea out of her fucking hand. I thought
Right,
maybe
and
that
then-
would
and
help.
So in
but-
combat like this,
Where?
if you went below her, that's the other thing that Never Caught Off Guard allows you to do. Is basically you get to decide when you want to go in combat.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That was the other thing. That's what I forgot. Okay, 5. I got a 5. Bad guys go last, I think.
well,
what do
he,
you do?
yeah, 9, 7,
he goes
queen,
first?
so.
I'm going to, I guess, start shooting these fucking things.
Okay,
I have
which one are you shooting?
You're fucking going crazy.
Well, I
Get
mean,
that one.
I guess the one that is closer, the skull.
Let's say
No,
the-
this
fucking
one's
spider
closer.
baby.
This is closer.
that one's closer to you. The spider baby's closer to him.
Which one is closer to?
And then there's a python behind you too.
What the fuck?
Yeah, where
By the door,
where
though.
is the
By the
shit?
door, though. Shut the door.
Yeah, it's coiled up against the door. You can just hear it hissing. If you want to look through the window, you can see inside and see what's
Okay.
going on.
Well, I go after
How
him.
close am I to the window?
There's a giant snake between you and the window. The snake appears to be 6 to 8 feet tall. It looks like a python, but has cobra fangs. It has 6 eyes coming up alongside its head.
And the door slams shut.
the door, the snake is between the doors. So like, there's the
It's
door.
between the door
Think
and
of
the
it like
window
this,
and
right,
the.
right, there's the door and
It's
there's 2 windows.
gigantic.
It's a
Yeah,
six.
so door, snake, me,
Yeah.
or no, spider baby,
Yeah.
me,
Yes.
Spider
And then
baby.
you.
fucking him, then
The tarantula
fucking
baby.
this thing,
Yeah.
Dead Space baby,
Yeah, necromorph baby.
necromorph baby.
Oh,
That's what
God,
it is.
necromorph.
That makes sense to you.
Kind of,
Yeah,
yes.
you're pinned between here. There's a giant snake here. If you turn your back, you're going to turn your back on this creature.
So if you try and shoot at the spider baby, I'm in your line of fire, at least somewhere in there.
And then he changes it. I shoot
Physics.
myself in the head and end it.
And the snake too. So maybe go for this one.
Yeah, I'll go for that one.
I throw my
You shoot it with what?
I throw
My
my
pistol?
fragmentation
Oh yeah,
grenade.
okay, cool. Make a shot for me. Roll shoot.
Yeah, shoot as
I
you
do, yes.
You do.
I just I'm not. I'm gonna shoot
No,
this.
your
and
shoot level is higher than mine. So that's
2
good.
others are gonna skull fuck in a second
maybe.
here.
They're gonna skull fuck.
So I got 4.
That pizza.
4?
Oh,
That's what you did. You pull it out. You're shooting the tentacle thing. You shoot it. You pop it off good enough that you blow off one of its little baby arms.
Oh,
It's kind of like
fuck,
flopping around.
no. There's
Like
like
the
blood
sidewalk.
squirting out.
It
or
is
what?
not
What does
cute
it look
anymore.
Yeah, I
This is
know.
not-
It was never
This is
cute.
not cute.
It was never
I
cute to
know.
begin with.
I can't see it. I'm just commenting as a
Good.
player.
It's wounded.
Okay.
Is there like any
It's not
weird
dead, but
shit
it's wounded.
flying out of it or anything, or does it just look like blood?
No, it looks. Well, you're not. Have you?
I'm just asking as a player, as not for my character.
What you see, Robert, is blood, and it
Yeah,
looks
I'm
like
just
black
curious.
ichor that's coming out like tar. Good.
Okay, so
I'm just developing the picture in my mind.
Yes.
Going
I'm
on.
asking
This is some
because-
fucked up shit.
It is.
and I want to know. But yeah, no, my guy's outside going, oh, Jesus, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's me next, though, isn't it? Or no?
No, he's next? What do you?
I have a 9. And
Oh,
he
are
had
you
queen.
I had a 7.
Okay,
Yeah, he had a
you're
sign.
next. So what do you do?
I run. Well, I say, "Oh Jesus, fuck, Alan, you gotta get your kid." You know, and then I run to the truck to get my gun.
Did
'Cause
you
I'm
look
outside,
in-
right?
Yeah, but did you look inside the cabin?
No.
Do you want? You can do that as a free action.
Okay. Yes, I'll look inside. I'll look inside. I'll look inside.
So you peek, because the door's right there, right? So you look inside the window, and what you see is Robert with his gun going, shooting holes into the floor, and you see what looks like a diamondback snake, rattlesnake, coiled up alongside the front entrance of the door, and you see Smith.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
And you see Smith kind of in
Agent
fear.
Smith.
Let's
Seems
just
to
look
be.
at it.
Seems to be
Ranger
between-
Smith. I know.
seems
We
to
gotta
be-
get.
not Agent
I know.
Ranger
I know. I've said it once myself. Like, no, it's not Agent Smith. It's
Mr.
Ranger Smith. God damn it.
And you see Smith kind of dancing
Oh,
between this
Jesus.
thing as but you don't know what it is. It seems like he's responding to nothing. As Alan comes to the door and says, "The door is locked. The door is locked." And he takes the axe and he starts
Yeah.
hacking through the door.
In my action, do I just get to the truck or?
So you turn around and go to the truck after
Yeah,
service?
I was gonna say, how far will I get before we go on to?
It's within a zone, so you'll be able to go to the truck, get what you need, and come back.
Okay, so
by the next turn.
Oh, at the next turn I'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you disappear to go grab something.
Yeah, because the truck's not that far away, right? It's like
it's within
like
a zone.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Or something. Okay,
So
yeah.
in Fate there's zones, right? So as long as you all are
Okay.
in the same zone, you can kind of
You
make
can
an
do
action.
whatever you want within there. Oh, that makes sense.
So you're going to the truck, but that's your
Yeah.
action.
Yeah,
His
my truck
action
is
is
to go.
actually
My
just going to get the gun or whatever he's
Yeah,
doing
my
at
truck
the
is to
truck.
get the
Yeah,
shotgun.
and being back. So by the time you but at the end of the next turn, you'll have whatever it is that you
Okay.
want to get, and you'll be ready
And I'll
to
have
act.
seen whatever I can see through the window.
You have already seen what you see. What you see is a free action. The reason I asked you to do
Oh,
that
I
was to
see.
see if you wanted to change your action once you see what's going on.
Oh
inside.
no, hell no. Because I hear the shooting and then I want to go
Okay.
get the shotgun.
Okay, your turn. You're going to grab the shotgun. I take it,
Yeah, that's what I did.
yeah? Shitty old.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, I really do want to get a black powder gun.
Yeah.
I need to get me a brown vest. I'm gonna stick a bayonet on it at that point. Have a spear.
man, I really wish my whiskey flask gave me like Popeye spinach powers.
It doesn't.
It gives you a boner. Does that help?
We didn't talk about this. I could have made you a meth addict, but you'd be too old to be a meth addict. You had amphetamines, because you could have amphetamines as gear, and you could pop amphetamines, and that would get you.
Oh fuck!
You're like,
That's the best power.
Here's my question. Do you, as a player, feel like you understand what's been going on with you?
Yeah, all the stuff that I've been seeing all kinds of
Right.
visions and.
Do you have a theory about that as a player?
Well, there was the smoke in my dream. There was the straight fucking shot to my fucking face with some smoky like substance.
Yeah, pottery.
It was not directly to me, but
I'd
there
say-
was more powdery stuff that went to him.
Before that, though, you had a dream no one else had. But
Do you want to? You can roll the dice and declare that you want to understand the aspect, or take a stab at what aspect you have on you. This is what I'm talking about. There's a situation. There's a hidden aspect on the scene that is affecting him. It's also affecting you.
Ow. Does this stuff...
This would be your turn, so that means the
Right.
creatures would get a free attack on you. But
Right, but
Well,
this
that-
would be... So would that fall under... Would that fall under my detective aspect? Or would it be more... Or is it under skills?
it would be a skill. I would say it'd be lore that you would use.
Okay, which I don't have, but...
I have a theory, but I don't know.
Yeah, and when we come to you, if you
yeah,
want
Yeah, it's not your turn yet, man.
You're blowing dudes away.
Apparently
shooting
not.
Shooting their baby arms off.
because once you identify the aspect, you can try and overcome it every scene. You know. There's a couple ways this combat can go. Is all I'm trying to get at. And
Yeah.
making this more confusing than it
I
needs.
kill you both and I go on vacation,
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
Or-
sorry. I
Or-
should have said.
or I just go on vacation.
I'm sorry. I should have went to the truck, hotwired it, and drove away.
Or you could have used the key, but
He left the key in the truck.
he does all kinds of weird shit.
No, I don't know what I did. I don't remember.
Your turn, Brandon. Give me a decision.
Yeah,
So,
well, let your guy.
um,
You gotta fucking shoot that demon shit. is
What happens
I'm
if you
doing.
guess and you're wrong? You just
All I
lose your
can
turn.
say...
Okay.
That's it.
So...
It's like the back of the
Damn,
room you were in.
I have
like
a lot
the-
of aspects that sound like they would work well for what you're talking about, but I don't have skills necessarily. But I think I should still go
I think
after
you should murder some
the
shit.
the lore side of things and try and.
But
I mean, because like I have aspects of. I've got detective, I've got curiosity killed the cat, and I'm bullheaded.
but you're talking about discerning one that's in play that we don't know about.
What I will say is that, as a character, there's a giant spider creature that is jumping and leaping at you to attack. So, what is your action?
Bite it.
Oh, fuck off.
Take a punch.
No, I'm gonna.
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking use my bullheaded will and rage it. I'm gonna grab that fucking.
it in the
You're gonna
nuts.
son of a
Grab it.
bitch. I'm gonna go after that fucker. Going right to it.
You're gonna grab it, or you're gonna okay. Sure.
Necromorph baby's got nards.
No, it's just this fucking thing. I'll fucking rip its goddamn legs off. That's
So
what I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
do.
make me a will check.
You're gonna go berserker
Yes,
on it?
yes,
So
I am.
this is one of those things where you might want to pay a fate point to make sure that your will check comes out good, because that's going to be your modifier for whatever your next roll is, right?
Okay.
So make your will check.
Is this to see if he has like the will to do it? Because this is some
Yeah, he's saying
weird
that he has like
fucked
this.
up shit.
Yeah, he has some crazy like rage that builds up within him, and that he can summon
Alright,
it from
so
outside.
Okay.
Like a berserker, basically.
Yeah.
My will is at +2,
Okay.
and then I can spend a
So you
fate
do,
point.
yeah, but you have to use an aspect. So what aspect are you evoking that's related to your will?
I'm gonna use my bullheaded
Perfect.
aspect.
So you add +2 to that roll, or do you want to re-roll the roll?
No.
A +2 is generally the stronger position.
Yeah, I'll do +2.
So that brings it up to a
Plus
+4.
four, yeah.
So now, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to grab it and destroy it? What are you trying to do?
Yeah, grab it and rip its legs off.
Okay, cool.
Oh, God.
So make me a might check. Now this is something, again, you might, if you're wanting this to be successful, you might want to roll...
And would you generally, you have to spend it before or after? That's the only thing I can't remember.
well, you can do it either way.
You could just say it up, I'm going to add +2.
Yeah, I'm
or-
going to add +2 to my roll.
So where did my stunt come into that, or did it?
You did, you just used it. You rolled
Okay.
that will to
I see.
then
I
add that
got you.
bonus.
That's how it is. That's
So now you
that
have
is what I was doing. Okay.
Right. So, whereas most people get to roll once, now you added a bonus of a +4 already to this roll.
Gotcha.
Now you're rolling your might, so roll it, which I don't think you have.
No.
So roll that.
0.
It's a 0? Okay, that's fine. So you get a +4 to your might.
Okay. Okay.
Basically is what you have. So he
Yeah,
has
okay.
to, he rolls.
Which one? I'm sorry, you're attacking the spider baby?
Perfect, wow, you got lucky. As you go up to the spider baby.
I'm sorry, wait, you shot, did you shoot the spider baby or did you shoot the necromorph?
No, he shot the necromorph.
So
Oh,
you grab
okay.
you grab the spider thing by its hand and it's chomping at you, and
Oh,
you push your
Jesus.
fingers into its head.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You put
You
your fingers
ripped
into
it,
its
huh?
put your fingers in through its eye
No.
sockets and you rip the head in half.
Oh, fucking
As black
shit.
ichor goes all over yourself.
Ooh.
I really hope
Does
these
it
are
get on
real.
his face?
Say again.
I really hope these are real.
Hope these are real.
And you didn't just kill that baby.
Yeah, and he didn't just murder a baby.
Yeah.
That'd be a good thing
You
to
didn't
know.
rip it apart.
Okay, so
Yeah, but
both
I
guys
looked
go.
through. Well, I would say I looked through the window.
A
and saw
giant
the
snake comes behind you and attacks to make me a dodge. Does the snake does snaky things?
Like bite your taint.
Oh, motherfucker. Oh, my God. Oh, -4.
My teeth!
Except,
A -4?
That's what I got, yes.
Woohoo!
Is it possible to do so bad that you do something stupid and you accidentally dodge?
no.
Like you accidentally fumble, and because you fumble, it misses?
No!
Yeah, and maybe you fell down the steps into the basement and broke your
You
head.
could
You
have
like fell through the floor just
you could have a stunt that describes that.
Right.
So you might have a stunt that says
Drunken
stupid
monkey.
monkey or
Irish
something, drunken
luck.
Monkey, yeah, would be cool. Irish luck.
Luck of the
So
Irish.
it means whenever you get a crit, because this is like in D&D, it would be like a critical failure. So there's not necessarily rules outlined in the core book about this, but I like playing around with them.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Like if you biff it so bad and it's apparent that
yeah,
was
you
playing.
biffed it. You have biffed it. Now you can spend a fate point.
Oh, well, I just fucking split a spider baby in half, so that's something, goddammit.
So you get, as you see this out of the corner of your eye, you see the snake kind of wrap around his legs and bites, what's his nuts? Smith agent, Ranger Smith, in the neck.
Ranger
and-
Smith from
and
Jellystone
it's
Park.
like, you see like coursing venom through the snake's
Oh,
neck.
Fuck.
You don't want to
pumping
spend
in
a
his
fate point to... Anyway.
Nah. This is way better.
It's his choice. This is way better. As the snake bites you, you need to make
You're gonna
a...
get venom
You
powers.
missed, so I want you to mark off your... What was that? Mark off your 5th stress box.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so I'm still not at consequences yet, so that's good.
No, you do take an aspect, though, of snake bit.
I'm sorry. I found out which aspect is in play.
Snake.
Snake bitten.
Once I'm out of combat, does my field medic skill get to?
Oh, you can certainly try and use that. You
Field medic.
don't know what kind of
I guess
snake
it's
this
not
is
combat
because what
medic.
you're seeing is this giant thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's true.
so
Because
let's
that's
go.
what's there.
What's still in combat is a giant snake and
A
your
necromorph.
tarantula baby. So go for it.
Which one is? Fuck.
Spider
What-
baby you saw got ripped in half. It's out of combat.
It's
Okay.
dead.
What about the
Losing.
necro?
Necro thing is attacking. Oh wait, he needs to attack you. He hasn't attacked you.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he
doesn't
shot
need
you.
to- He doesn't need to do that.
Doesn't make me a dodge.
I did an awesome shoot, and all I do is blow off a limb.
Yeah, no, you did. It wasn't good enough to kill it. All you needed was one more stress box. You needed one more point. Sorry. The fate point would have been helpful, but you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a little bit, buddy.
What am I using?
You're using dodge athletics.
Okay. So I got one.
One? Oh, nice. Mark off your fourth stress box. As the little baby kind of it crawls at you, but it can't really do it because of the nub arm, and it uses its tentacles that have like vines, and they like pierce you in different parts of your body. It hurts.
Oh.
But it doesn't hurt like really bad. It hurts enough. All right. So who gets to go? Who's left? You're
Me, I went
So
to
you're
get
back.
the shotgun. Yeah,
You
we're
got your shotgun, so now you need to take 2 turns to load it because it's black powder.
No, it's not. It's fucking. I can load it with a shell in my pocket. I guess we couldn't figure out how many I had, but
Shell. A sacred
Yeah, a
shell.
couple.
Is it
A druid.
it's a
shell.
single shot. It's a single shot
Buckshot?
shotgun. It's a break.
Buckshot?
Yeah, it's buckshot. Sure.
Okay. With buckshot, you can make the choice to fire the gun and hit everything in a zone. Now that means all these guys are in the zone, but that means also the bad guys would get hit. Now if you and everybody has to make a saving roll. If you miss, or if they miss their saving rolls, they get hit. So you can't not hit them. And once you've done that, you have to make an overcoming your shoot roll to be able to fire again. Do you want to do that or no? It's one of the perks about a shotgun. You can just fire it too.
No, I want to just shoot it through the window at the snake. Right, I can see that. I'm not gonna. Is it right up on him?
Right.
'Cause
Yeah,
it's
so
pretty
you're
big.
looking through the window. Yeah, the snake is pretty big. The snake, what you see in the window is Smith. He looks like the snake has bit Smith, and Smith is kind of stumbling back, looking at his leg.
Yeah, I want to shoot it, but I want to shoot it so that I'm not gonna hit him. So, I mean, I'm probably not gonna be aiming at its head or
Yeah.
anything like that. I'll
Just
shoot
you
it.
can shoot
Shoot
the
it.
snake.
Okay,
You're-
just shoot it in its body.
So you're shooting with buckshot. Go ahead, take a shot.
When
Can I use I don't know. When I use a fate point, I have to invoke an aspect, right?
When can I guess at the aspect that's in play? Or is
You
that
can
too
do it
late?
at any time. You just
Okay.
it's the big.
It takes a
the attack.
turn though.
It has to
We'll take
be
that turn.
based
we're
on
in combat.
in-game skill
This
or
is what I'm
something.
trying to get at is that.
Yeah.
So you're learning all this stuff. You could have tried to get. You say, wait a minute. Is the tea affecting the? Is the tea affecting our consciousness, or is that powder? Is the smoke affecting us in a certain way that I don't know about? Seems like I'm having. I'm tying this to hallucinations or something. I want to make a guess at that. We can make a lore check. Okay, cool. If you fail at that, then you fail, or the aspect changes, and it's. But if you identify it, then you know it's there. You've illuminated. Some aspects are apparent, like raining outside. Like it's apparent that it's raining out, right? But it may not be apparent that you are having magical hallucinations.
Okay.
May not be. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
I wanted to use my being a stubborn old man, and I'm determined to shoot this snake.
Okay. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, +2 to the roll.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. Pay me the fate point.
Okay. Because I see my, these guys are kind of, they're not douches, but I care about them. I'm an old man. I have good intentions. I want to save them.
Sure. Make the roll.
As far as I know, I got to get in there to save the baby.
As far as you know.
Okay, it's +3.
+3 plus your +2.
Well, it's +1. It's 3 total.
And what's your shoot at?
Oh, I'm sorry. My shoot is at 1. So actually,
+1.
yeah, it's 4. You're right.
Okay,
I forgot
cool.
about that.
Yes.
I knew it was
you,
low.
Blast the snake, and the snake goes rearing. Its back gets blown in half. The snake
Gross.
dies. You feel the snake around your body go limp and go to the ground, but you are really dizzy. Could make me a will roll, a will check.
What's our NPC buddy doing?
Damn it.
You got my rolls.
Negative
My
1.
usual rolls.
-1. Okay, yeah, you are you start vomiting uncontrollably. You collapse down to the floor, start shaking.
I hope you vomited on
You
the
start
necromorph.
seeing images of your body kind of goes out into space, and it feels like you're floating around in space, but you see what look like planets as you're passing through in the stars, and as you pass through the planets and you pass through them, you see these orbs, and as you look into the orbs, you see these writhing tentacle serpent masses as you pass by each one of the orbs, and you come onto this great big orb. Basically in space, it looks like a galactic nebula. As you're coming closer and closer to it, you see like this giant eye open up and these tentacles writhing around it, and underneath it is this giant maw that you're floating into. You have no control over it.
Best acid.
Mark, you need to take a severe consequence of, and this is for your mental health. So this goes into your social aspect. Remember, you had pariah or something, and then you had...
he had publicly shamed, and then
Publicly shamed and welcome guest.
Correct.
Yeah.
Snake bit, but was snake bit under physical?
Yeah, no, snake bit's going to transform its aspect. I don't like snake bit, so I'm going to change it. And it's going to change into beyond the veil.
Oh, nice.
Beyond the veil. This aspect sticks with you. This does not leave. It's a permanent aspect.
So those first two will go away once we get to the next C.
Yeah, the publicly shamed will go away, and then the next one, unwelcome guest, will not. Unwelcome guest will stay with you for the remainder of the session. So minor consequences last for a scene. Moderate consequences. Did I miss?
No, it's fucking with you.
Moderate consequences last for an episode. Severe consequences can last for multiple episodes, or until they are, story-wise resolved.
Okay.
You are the equivalent of going insane in Call of Cthulhu right now. You've been exposed.
So I can't. I was trying while you were. I wasn't sure if I should keep listening to what you were telling me, or try and invoke, spend a fate point to invoke my bullheaded aspect to fucking come back to reality.
Oh, you can absolutely come back to reality.
Back to, mentally say, no, fuck this, I'm getting back to...
Sure, you can absolutely spend...
When we just did the shoot? Okay.
Yes, you can absolutely... So, I want to make it clear. When I state something like that, it's kind of like, that happens, it's going to happen. That doesn't mean that you have to stay in insane mode forever.
Okay.
Right? Once the combat ends, what it looks like is it's just an aspect. It's a negative aspect. And at any time, I can pay you a favor to say, beyond the veil. And you start seeing crazy shit. And I get control.
But in the moment right now, I can... by spending that fate point, I can come back to reality to be back in the...
Technically, yes.
fight.
And I'm being a good GM. I could invoke you beyond the veil again.
I see.
So you could say...
You could be a total dick and be just like, no, you're just right back to Crazy Town. Sorry,
so
buddy.
you could say, I want to invoke my bullheaded. And I said, yeah, that's fine. But actually, I'm going to invoke your beyond the veil. So you have to make a choice. You either have to pay me, and you either have to up me again and pay another fate point into this exchange, and then I can up it again as the GM. It's a little unfair in my world because I can up it as many times as I want. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let you get out of it so you can get out of this. But I'm just trying to explain the mechanic.
Right.
So now we have... Basically, I have a hook inside of you, a story hook.
Sure.
Inside of you, so I can pull you along where I want you to go.
But you also couldn't, I couldn't try and say, well, I want to roll for endurance then. There wouldn't be, at that point, once you invoke the other...
Correct.
Once you invoke my mental stress thing, once you invoke the consequence, I can't try and,
Correct.
fight that other than spending a fate point.
Right, the game switches from a dice game to a currency game.
Gotcha.
To a resource management game.
Gotcha.
Right, so there is this. There are two elements here, right? The fate point economy that exists around the table that you all have access to, and I do as well, and then of course the dice mechanics, which are either contests or rolling against stagnant rolls.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, but you come back. You're able to. You shake your head. You start talking to yourself in your head. You start talking to it. The sound reverberates, and you're back to reality. You're here in the now. You're taking a deep breath. You see him shooting at air, nothing, and you see a snake that has bitten you behind you, a rattlesnake that has been blown in half. You feel really woozy and sick to your stomach because you feel like you look at your leg and you see that you've been bitten by a poisonous snake. But other than that, you are conscious.
Yeah, you're fine.
Other than the little bit of mind rape.
What's Alan doing? He was axing the door.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me that. He did not act last turn.
Because I shot, and then it would be Alan's turn.
It will be. So I'm going to let Alan act because he had made it through the door. It would be your shot, but he didn't act last turn. So Alan's going to swing his axe.
And cut
the
me in
door?
half.
No, he misses you, but he also misses the thing and sticks the axe in the ground.
Oh, at least he
He's pulling
didn't
it out.
miss and
Your turn.
cut his own leg off.
My turn?
No,
Right.
Okay, so
your turn.
this aspect that's in play,
Which one?
the one you said that I can identify,
Yeah.
does that actually help, or am I just
Yeah, because once you
taking a moment to reflect and like, well, I really should have just fought this thing?
No, it could help because it could change. If your reality changes, if your perception of reality changes, this doesn't become a physical combat anymore. This becomes a social or mental combat. And the stress are two different tracks.
Right. And am I better statted for fighting it mentally?
Exactly. That's a question for you to ask, not for me.
I don't think I am.
Okay, so then maybe a physical combat's better for you. Staying in this reality might be better for you right now.
Okay. I have a theory, but I think
Well,
it
you
would
can
make
make a
me.
crack at it after combat too. So
Okay, that's fine. Then I guess I will shoot the fucker.
shoot the fucker. Shoot it one more time. I rolled already, so.
He's like, I rolled a 9.
Yeah.
Kill it dead.
I rolled a 15.
Kill it so it doesn't
Oh.
lay eggs.
5.
5. Okay, cool. Yes, it's dead.
Okay, I'm like son of a.
It's dead. You shoot some more holes into the ground. Everything is dead.
Good.
Or appears to be.
Can I do a lore check since I fucking now have seen fucking all kinds of crazy shit that I'm trying to
Yeah,
fucking...
you have no idea. You literally.
Like, what if I just like want to do a lore check? Can I like check in with Thomas and say like, look, motherfucker,
Sure.
I just saw this shit, that shit,
Well, how
and
about
fucking
this?
all this other shit has happened to me tonight.
I
Like,
come in.
can you help me out, man?
Well, I come in. What do I see?
You see a dead
I saw
snake.
the snake. The snake
and,
was
and
real.
you see both of the. Yeah, the snake was real. That was it. There's an empty bassinet. There's a broken kitchen window, and there's no.
Well, like the
Cecilia
back
around it.
wall's not blown out.
No.
Just the window's broken.
Yeah, the window. It looks like somebody's jumped through it. The
Oh,
window's
so okay.
like-
So all I saw was the snake, and it was big.
Yeah, but it was a normal
But
rattlesnake.
once it was dead, it was
Oh,
just
it's a
a
normal rattlesnake.
rattlesnake blown in
Oh,
half.
okay, I see. I thought it was bigger.
Yeah, no. It's. I mean, it's large for a rattlesnake. But It's
Okay.
a normal rattlesnake. It's not like a flying serpent snake or multiple eyes like these guys saw.
Okay, so I go in, I see the snake, and I go, "What the hell are you guys shooting at?"
Well, you're the one that shot the snake.
I'm.
No,
You saw him shooting.
Well, okay, well,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
check,
don't
or
know.
Do I still?
He
Do I
shot.
have actual marks from?
No.
Does he have fang marks?
Yes.
So,
But I
Not
heard
on his
him
le-
fire
not on
the-
his neck though, on his leg.
But
Okay.
yeah, but we heard
And
me
in-
and Alan
in
heard him fire the
game
gun.
mechanics, like, how does me asking him to help with lore, like, who's rolling for lore? Am
He would
I?
be rolling for lore, but you could explain. You kind of have to explain to him what's going on. So
Yeah, because I come in, what the hell's going on? Because you would have been, what were you shooting at? How come you didn't
So-
kill the snake?
So, Thomas, I have to ask you. There have been so many strange things going on. Where do I start? So earlier with those two mysterious people, I got blasted with some smoke, and I saw some crazy visions then, and came out of it. And then we saw, or Robert saw those people turn in, or appeared to turn into deer, and we saw the human to deer tracks. And then just now,
Sorry.
we watched
that's great.
Nadia and Cecilia appear to fucking turn into smoke and blast out the back of this house, and then a fucking crazy ass giant snake baby, and fucking necromorph baby came and attacked us. Robert was shooting at one fucker. I ripped the other one in half, and I got bit by a goddamn giant snake, and I'm hallucinating all kinds of
As
shit.
he's saying that, he's
Necro-
like drooling out of his mouth,
Yeah.
and like half of his face
And
is
I'm
kinda
like, and I'm
"Ugh."
like, yeah,
Like-
and I'm like, necrophilia, baby.
Look at
Robert!
It looks like he's got Bell's palsy.
And I'm like,
here.
Robert, what the hell's wrong with JC?
Make an endurance check not to pass out since you have snake venom coursing through your veins.
Can I see him bleeding? Or the camera?
You can see it. It's not on his neck. It's on his leg.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right.
plus
I was
3.
like-
Thomas, I think you're gonna have to suck
Plus
the
3.
poison out.
You're able to stay conscious.
I would say, was he bit? Were you bit?
I think you shot him. No, I'm joking.
My field medic skills don't come into play at all. I cannot do anything
You're not
like
able
that.
to get rid of the
Well, and I'm-
consequences. yeah.
Right.
And the beyond the veil consequence is something that's going to
Oh no, I get that. I just was wondering like if it would help with any of this other like
I'm like,
booziness or.
I'm shouting. We get to you.
No,
We
no,
gotta-
it won't because it's not.
We
a
gotta
normal
take
snake
him to a
bite.
doctor. That's
yeah,
what
it's
I'm
not,
shouting.
well, it is a normal snake. That's the issue. So you were hallucinating and got bit by a snake that was not normal, but it was the only element in the entire scene that was real. So
As an experienced ranger, I wouldn't have rattlesnake venom in my first aid supplies.
Yes, you would. See, that's a great one. I
was just gonna say, am I doing snake
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. Make a first aid check for me. It would be science or lore.
Technically, don't have either of those.
So
but
I didn't
have the
take any
equipment.
damage whatsoever from this fight.
Oh, you did. You still
Plus
took physical
3.
damage. Plus 3?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, you go in there. You administer. He pulls out the snake venom kit for you, and you
I stick it in your
inject
eye.
yourself. So look, let me make this clear. What you were attacking, except for the snake, was hallucinatory.
Right.
The damage that you received
was real.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I make a guess as to what the...
Sure. Yeah.
Is this stuff opening up like our third eye? The equivalent to like opening
Make a lore check.
-1.
I gave you all you needed was a +1, and I gave you a bonus because you're right on the head.
Okay.
Yes. So this beyond the veil, you are experiencing the other realm that exists overlaid upon the
Okay.
mortal realm that you don't normally get to see.
So we're coming in contact with almost like meanings rather than like physical stuff.
Sure, that might be one way to explain it, but you're trying to rationalize it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that exists, and now you know that it's being invoked in you. You, however, are not that deep into it, and neither are you. You only had the experience.
I don't know shit.
You've
All I had was the dream.
Exactly.
And
which
I
one-
Well,
haven't
you also
seen-
saw the giant snake.
No,
No,
you
I saw a
regular
rattlesnake.
Oh, he.
I heard it.
Oh, I
in the
thought he
mouth.
did. Oh no,
No.
you're right. You're right.
I
you
heard-
said it was the large snake, but it was normal.
I heard the explosion.
That's
Them leaving through the window is real. I didn't see that.
You didn't see it. You heard.
I
the
heard
glass,
it, and then I heard you shooting because that was real. There's holes in the floor,
and you
and
saw.
then
the
I heard him probably going ah. You know, I would heard his rage
Yeah.
because that was it was real.
So you were being exposed to these things. You hit it right on the head. Do me a lore check though, just so because I'm going to give you this knowledge dump you've been working so hard for. But I want Thomas to do.
Okay, let's just keep that one as a roll, and then all my.
No, because then from now on you got to chase him all
Oh,
over the
true.
place.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that wasn't really even a roll. I
I've
just
already been
dropped
doing
it.
I'll stay right here in case you.
Just a regular lore check.
Yeah.
Just regular I would just got 0.
God damn it.
I like this. I'm kind of actually like that. I'm kind of clueless
Yeah, I don't know what's
because
going on.
while they're going crazy and I'm the old man, I'm actually the most grounded in reality right now.
So
Can
you-
I attempt a
unfortunately-
lore check now that I'm basically grounded?
Yeah, sure.
Even though I
What's
don't
that?
have
Here's the
actual
question,
lore
what's-
as a. Maybe I'll get lucky and remember
I gotta go to
something.
the bathroom. Let's.
You could.
No, I get 0 also. So
You can invoke your beyond the veil.
what the fuck? Oh, yeah. I'll
You
invoke.
you also can invoke it.
Can I invoke old man to go?
You
look
want to
for-
re-roll or add 2 to the roll?
Oh,
Can I invoke
well,
old man
I'll
to go
just
look for
get the
baby?
plus 2.
Okay, so you invoke beyond the veil, and as you do that, you get another exposure to this, and you start to see the bassinet, and you see the bassinet, and it looks like a bassinet, and then like it switches and morphs.
I want to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to listen. Sorry.
That's
it's
right.
fine.
No, it switches. It switches and it morphs, and it looks like an altar with blood on it. And then it switches and it morphs, and it looks like the bassinet.
If you're gonna be a
And then you see a line of, it looks like a line of smoke, a black trail that goes when you see this, you start to see like a black trail that goes from the bassinet out through the kitchen window and out into the woods. It looks like a blood trail, but of smoke, which is out there in the world. You start to see these sort of flashes are happening all over the place. Little things that are coming in there, but right now in the space that you're at, it's pretty safe.
What's Alan doing?
Alan is freaking out. Where's my son?
Yeah.
Where's my
Because I
wife?
want to be. I'm yelling at too. I want to actually. I'm gonna grab you by your collar because you look like you're fucking out of your mind, and be like, "Where's the kid?"
You'll grab him.
slap him.
Yeah, because your eyes are like rolled
Yeah.
back into your head
Yeah,
as you're
I
doing that.
slap you, and then I'm like, "Where's the goddamn kid?"
I'm gonna be like, chill out.
You're
Nadia
gonna be
took
like,
him.
"Chill out." You
Nadia-
got it.
No, you say, chill out.
As far as I know, Thomas, the fucking smoke witch monster Nadia took the kid was Cecilia. But either that or I ripped it in half and it disappeared.
And I look at Robert. Robert, what the fuck is going on,
Yeah,
guys?
absolutely. Completely, this is great. Make me, you, because of your new aspect now, you're going to have to constantly make will checks to make sure that your sanity doesn't disappear. So make it, they're going to be ever increasing. But
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Do what you gotta do without me.
Okay.
I'm like, you
+2.
a +2? Okay. Mark off your first mental stress box. Now, if you've already marked off your first mental stress, it rolls up to 2.
I haven't done that yet.
Okay, perfect.
Can that publicly shame thing go away now? I mean, can I erase that?
Yeah, you're going to raise public shame. And
But
remember,
unwelcome guest stays and beyond the veil stays.
correct. All right, and we're going to take a pause right there for just a couple minutes. It's 9 o'clock, and that is Act 2.